things which have happened in the recent past, which have, in some senses, dampened the mood. Two or three of them, just to mention. For example, Brexit happening, which was at the end of June. Everybody knew the referendum was coming up, but nobody actually expected that it would happen. Then more recently, we saw the US Fed. There was some expectation that the rates would be raised.
Didn't happen last night as well.
It is good news in some ways, not so good news in some ways. Then we also saw again in terms of sentiment, the IMF announcing that the growth rates in US, UK, Europe were all lowered by about 0.2%. Now, these contributed not just to a certain negativity in terms of sentiment for the IT industry, but for the economy as a whole. The result was that I think there was a dampened sentiment in terms of investment and certain amount of uncertainty coming on top of a little bit of prevailing uncertainty because of the technology situation. The technology situation being that many of the large companies felt, and rightly so, that they were at the crossroads. They needed to take major decisions on which way to go and how far and how fast to go on the digital path and so on. So all of these did result in some kind of delays in decision making. This impacted the performance of the industry in India to a certain extent in unanticipated ways, because these are things which were not expected or visible say in February or March. But it's important to note that these are temporary occurrences. They are not any fundamental changes which have taken place. As far as the larger technology shifts are concerned, this was brought out quite adequately and in great length in our Perspective 2025 report, and we believe that nothing has changed fundamentally from that broad scenario.
Right. Would you agree, CP, that he's saying it's a temporary occurrence? I mean, you meet customers all the time, but this time you're not seeing some secular trend. Each company has a different reason why they're seeing pressure. Some have cited USPFS, some are saying overall pricing pressure. Give us a perspective from someone who's actually meeting customers frequently.
R. Chandrasekhar's views regarding some of the uncertainties around the world, I don't think there is any disagreement on that. That there is a delayed decision making, there is no disagreement on that. Fundamental thing that all of us have to learn is industry is shifting. As one of the speakers in this BPM summit used the word, the outlook is scary, bright. I've never heard this. I mean, I'd heard cautious optimism. I'd heard, ray of light in the clouds. But so coming back, Chandra, where I think is that most of us need to re-adopt ourselves. This is a time of transition. The reality is technological spend is actually increasing. But the pocket from where it gets spent is not necessarily the CIO. And it is coming in from various other pockets. It could be the chief marketing officer, it could be the chief network officer, it could be the chief customer care officer, or it could be the chief digital officer.
Right. So identifying
many of us have not become multimodal because we were used to dealing with one IT department or one BPO department or one network department. I think this is where, I mean, if you look at the spend pattern is very, very clear. Cyber security is almost happening 2x, 3x. And, in NASSCOM, we did a study and we think there are jobs will be created which are 10x, and our biggest challenge would be supply.
Right.
So, our challenge as an industry, number one is to redefine what is industry. Is it services industry? Is it a global innovation centers by various companies? Is it the new age companies like a Flipkart or a Snapdeal or an Amazon? Because while they are retail companies, they are also technology companies. Redefine what a healthcare services company will look like. I mean, end of the day, a Manipal hospital using cognitive computing to determine the
diagnose,
future
yeah.
of diagnostics of a cancer patient, or an Anu Acharya doing, map my genomes and doing predictive guidance and analytics. Is it technology industry or is it healthcare industry? And as soon as we in NASSCOM adopt ourselves, as soon as our member companies adopt themselves to the new paradigm, I think this industry has still got a huge potential.
Is 10 to 12% still feasible in the current environment? I mean, I know this is a question we keep asking you every few weeks, every time we see a profit warning from some company, but in the current environment, does it really look realistic?
Well, the thing is that when we issue a guidance, it is done on the basis of accumulation of what is happening across the entire industry. Big companies, small companies, multinational companies, Indian companies, GICs and all of that.
But the ones
so
that...
there is a certain process which goes into that. As we just discussed a little earlier, there are a number of negative developments which have happened in the last few quarters, which have certainly put a certain amount of downward pressure. At the same time, as Raman was saying, there are some green shoots as well, which are also visible.
Find us on Facebook at facebook.com/ETNow and don't forget to click the like button. You can also follow us on Twitter at ETNowLive. To stay updated with all our programming, hit the subscribe button on our YouTube channel by logging on to youtube.com/user/ETNow.